Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today, what I want to do is talk about three German watches for getting started in watch collection. And I'm trying to keep them under 1,000, but some of them are a little above 1,000, not much so. Anyway, I had three kinds of watches. The first type is the office watch, the second is a chronograph, and the third is a GMT or dual time or travel watch. Okay, now I had done the same thing with Swiss watches, and they were a lot easier to keep under $1,000. The German watches, not so much, but came pretty close. The first watch that I want to talk about is called the B Enamel 40. Now, B is very close to what you'd call putting a lot of or some craftsmanship into their watches. They use very good material and very good parts. Now, this one has a Unitas ETA 6498-1. That was the same movement that I had recommended for an office watch with Swiss watches. And the reason for it is that this has a lower speed. It has a 2.5, it runs at 2.5 hertz or 18,000 vibrations per hour. Now, this particular one, I found one for 1060. If you go to the B site, all of the prices are in euros, but then you take off the VAT price, at least for the US, and you'll get something around this price. Okay, now, like I said, they have options for updating. They add finishing, or they can update the movement and a lot of other things. The updating of the movement, they update it to a 6498-2. I like the -1 better, so I don't consider that much of an update. Great looking watch too. Very classy looking watch for an office watch. You could even get by with a dress watch with this one. All right, the next one for the chronograph is Junghans Max Bill Chronoscope. This one has what they call it the caliber J880.2. Which is an ETA 770 and 7750. This one runs at 4 hertz, 28,800 vibrations per hour, and the one I found was 1195. Chronograph, it has hours, minutes, and small seconds in addition to the chronograph. And there are pushers up at 2 and 4 o'clock to start and stop the chronograph. But you know, for a chronograph, it's a very different looking. The Max Bill line of watches in Junghans has a certain little smoother look. I maybe that's the wrong term for it, but anyway, that is, I think, would be a good watch to get started with. Now, the final one is an Archimede 42 GMT dual time. And this watch is a Flieger pilot's watch, if there ever was one. It has the red GMT hand to it with a little white inner triangle in it, and has a pretty good size crown that's often associated with a pilot's watch. This one runs on the 2893-2. It's an automatic. It's a dual time. Great for a travel watch, and it's very sporty looking. So I think it's something that a lot of watch collectors would like to have. Also, at 6 o'clock, there's a very small date window. You can see the number 8 down there. Well, that's the date, not the time. Anyhow, well, listen, now these three are ones that provide a variety of backgrounds of types of watches, but notice that they all run on a Swiss ETA movement. And ETA said they're pulling back on this. So what's going to happen next is going to be interesting. I got a feeling that Salida is going to be getting a lot of business. Let's hear your recommendations for German watch. Let's try to keep it right around 1,000, maybe a little less. And until next time, this is Bill Senator for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection.